has to prove is that whatever action Twitter took in recent weeks caused material adverse effect. In other words, Musk's complaint that Twitter withheld information about bots on the platform or how they communicated about it, he's going to have to prove that in an M&A context, that kind of was a big punch to the deal. It materially altered the value of the deal. But past precedent has showed us that it would be a pretty tough task for Musk. At the same time, for Twitter, they're under pressure, right? They can't really afford necessarily to have a long, protracted legal battle. A lot of lawyers that Bloomberg's spoken to do fancy their chances, but ultimately they're saying they stick to their guns. They want to hold Musk to the $54.20 a share offer. And of course they do. Anyone would bite your hand off for that offer at any time in the last 18 months. So whatever happens, we're not expecting it to be straightforward because this is Elon Musk we're talking about.
Always lots of surprises, right? Particularly in his tweets. What are the expectations when it comes to the court battle? Do we know what to expect?
Well, there's mechanics to it. So, for example, on Friday, Brett Taylor, who's the chairman of Twitter's board, tweeted that they would take Musk to Delaware court to argue or hold him to account on the deal. But we haven't actually had a court filing yet. So we're waiting for Twitter's legal team to do that. They wrote a letter to Musk's team on Sunday, which was disclosed earlier today in a regulatory filing where they basically say Musk was wrong to try and terminate the deal, such as he did through a regulatory filing on Friday. One possible direction this goes in is an out-of-court settlement, right? The deal has a $1 billion reverse termination fee. $1 billion is a lot of money, maybe not so much to Musk, but there is this idea that they would try and work towards a more favorable outcome, whether that's a lower price offer from Musk or even another bidder coming in. So, there are lots of avenues they could go down. But I think one point is that, we're interested to see what comes out of the court case. That's why court cases are fun. People have to give evidence, and evidence can sometimes be interesting.
Yeah, it's the whole process, right? What makes it really interesting. But Elon Musk is now arguing that the number of spam bots on the platform was much higher than Twitter had initially disclosed. Is that legal grounds for termination here? Could Musk be right?
Again, it comes back to the material adverse effect argument. In the original merger agreement, because remember the Twitter deal is a merger between Twitter and private entities owned by Musk, the MAE, or material adverse effect, God, I sound like an attorney, but it's very codified in the agreement. So go back and read the original. They're going to have to prove that the action that Twitter took. In other words, when Musk went to Twitter in recent weeks, which he outlines in his letter on Friday, he went on different dates, asked for different pieces of information, which he says Twitter was not forthcoming with. He's going to have to demonstrate that what's been revealed fundamentally changes the outlook for Twitter's business and therefore the value of the deal. And if he can do that, then the judge might rule in his favor. But it's very hard to say because there have been very few of these cases in an M&A context. And the one deal, which I think is the Fresenius deal, didn't go their way. So there's not a lot of past precedent. And, Musk is going to be saying a lot on Twitter in the meantime. I don't know if you saw his meme from Sunday, but like we were just saying, the whole point is that Twitter